So me and the man, we were watching this really, really spooky late night movie starring Johnny Depp. And the craziest part about this movie, the man said it was like some kind of a metaphor movie situation. And I was like, well, maybe, but it was really, really eerie and spooky because Johnny lived with his family in Kentucky, which kind of hit home for us, but it was like a more of a rural easterner kind of Kentucky. It was a nice place, but everybody had like simple homes, and everybody's home had a lot of wood. It kind of reminded me of the manor house a little bit because, there's a lot of wood paneling, a lot of hardwood floors, a lot of wood in the inside of the structures. But that was one thing that it just struck me. But in this movie, it was like a zombie movie. But the most eerie twist was the zombies were all eating each other. And there was a few families, Johnny and his family, they weren't zombies, but they were living in like a zombie neighborhood where like 70 or 80% of the people were zombies. And the sick part was the zombies would eat each other. They raced around and they were eerie, they were streaking around, they were keeping their eye on the regular people, but the zombies would eat each other. So every once in a while, like Johnny and his family, they go out to go to the grocery store, they get in the car, they're kind of driving slow, it's all eerie and they're kind of wigged out, and they go by, just a family walking down the street, and the dad and the two little kids, they're all covered with blood, they're staggering and they don't know really what they're doing. They're weirdos like zombies are, but they're in their church clothes like they were going to go walk to church, but they're drenched with blood and gore because they all just feasted on their mother. They ate, and I'm like, wow, they're cannibalized. They're cannibal zombies. They're only eating zombies. And the most eerie part of the movie was Johnny and his family. They're always worried that sooner or later they're going to run out of weak fellow zombies to cannibalize, and then they're going to start eating the regular people. And the man said it was like a metaphor, but I couldn't figure out what kind of metaphor it was for. Was it something to do with some kind of people that are in a minority living among a majority? I didn't know. But, that was the crux of the whole movie, that the zombies, half the time, they're walking around covered in gore and blood and everything, because they just got done killing and eating one of their own family members. And this movie just went on and on and on till finally I was like, buddy, I can't take it anymore. This is too eerie and disgusting. So, whatever. But to me, that was just kind of a weird thing.